Nobody from Deer Valley saw the collision.
Correct.
Your kids didn't see the collision.
That's right.
Okay. The only person that, and you may not be aware of this, the only person who says that they saw the collision was Mr. Ramon.
Yes.
Okay. The way you answer that makes me think that you don't believe that he saw it.
I did not believe his testimony.
What a gift that was. I wonder if eventually Gwyneth Paltrow will thank that lawyer for that present, because that was a gift. Allowing a party to the case to say, I don't believe the best witness you've got. I mean, and this lawyer gave it to her. I am astounded at what I witnessed. Let me bring in my guest now. We're going to talk more about this. In Fort Lauderdale, Florida, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Brian Silber is on the show. And in Chicago, Illinois, criminal defense attorney and the host of the Defense Diaries podcast, Bob Motta II, is with us as well. Good morning, gentlemen. Delighted to have you both. I can't stop cringing at what I saw. I mean, I am just, and I want to just get your overall reactions, because this happened Friday night. You know, people are busy getting their weekend started, and like, we have to talk about this today because everybody is still fired up about it on Twitter. So first, just your general reactions to what was done. Brian, I'll start with you, please.
Wow, where do I begin? I think this trial would be a great example for some of your students of what not to do. And for me, it started with her snarkiness and her demeanor. You know, she made it a point to kind of befriend Miss Paltrow, you know, chum it up with her, laugh here and there. And then she'd stab her with, oh, and by the way, Miss rich lady, how much did your kids' ski lessons cost? Jury, she's rich. You know, I just don't like that. It doesn't move the needle. It's unprofessional. And if you want to get out that your client has deep pockets, there's a lot more subtle ways to do it. And, you know, that attitude permeated her entire questioning. And frankly, asking Ms. Paltrow an open-ended question, you just never do that. I thought it was really funny when Ms. Paltrow's lawyer withdrew his objection so that she could answer and just hit it out of the ballpark, and she did. I'm speechless.
Right. No, truly. And let's talk about that lawyer, too. I want to ask you both about him, because believe me, I've got a lot of criticisms of him. And really, like, his client was being helped. It's like, sit down and be quiet. Like, this lawyer's helping your client.
I've got a couple kids, actually about your age, and one of them, not your age, your daughter's age. Sorry, I'm not that old.
Oh my gosh. Brian Silber, watching this, it's cringeworthy, isn't it?
It's just, it's not how you try a case. It's unprofessional. There's snarkiness. And you know what? The jury's going to see right through this. They're not going to like it. You know, a lot of lawyers who lack actual trial experience, actually standing in front of a jury and seeing what wins and seeing what loses, thinks the trick is snarkiness. It's like some kind of, you know, cheap pickup line at a bar, but it's not. You know, questioning a witness is like doing an autopsy. You go one part at a time, methodically, slowly, and you're prepared. You have your issues already drafted out. This was like, you know, I don't know, some kind of video call they were having where one person's trying to trick the other. I just didn't like it at all, and I don't think it served their case well. I think it hurt their case, actually.
Yes, I'm with you. I did too. I said early call. I said in our last hour, early call. This sealed the deal for the Paltrow team. I think that Friday won it for Gwyneth Paltrow's team. And this is an early call. I may be wrong. We haven't seen the other side, but it was that bad is my point. Brian Silber, Bob Motta, so glad you're both on the show.